Fishing with a 16th ounce Z Viber from Eurotackle. It's the black high vis. It's got a chartreuse back on it, glows in the dark, works really well. Catch a lot of fish on it like that. That one just came off. You're down here. Z Viber is great for fishing, you know, anywhere from like 6 feet to 20 feet of water. Fishes really well. You start getting deeper than that, you're going to need to use super light line, real sensitive rod, and a lot of times you're not really feeling the lure, you're just watching your line, and if you're on fish, it's pretty easy to get them on it. I'd like to do short rips, nice short fast rips. The fast action rod really helps get the bait moving, gets it vibrating nicely. It's got tungsten BBs inside of it that rattle. Oop. A lot of times you get a lot of small white perch down there or sunnies that peck at it. They can't really take it in their mouth. You get a lot of those missed hits like that. Sometimes you bring it up a couple feet, dance it around a little bit, let it fall back down. Another thing that's really nice about the Z Viber is it's got a slow fall rate, and that's always key for catching crappies. Crappies love it when the bait falls nice and slow right in front of them. Got the 1/8 ounce Glow Z Viber. Again, this is the one that has the 3 positions for the snap. You get 3 different actions out of the lure, 2 treble hooks, and tungsten BBs inside. Glows in the dark. Caught a lot of fish on this, and it just came out, so it's definitely a hot lure. There's one. All right, we're still just got a pretty decent one on the Glow Z Viber, 1/8 ounce. Got it back down there, and surprisingly resistant to getting hung up in the tree down here. Z Vibers, the 16th ounce Z Viber is phenomenal. You can fish it right in the trees, right in the brush. I fish the 16th ounce right in the weeds. I'm not afraid to throw it in there with a single hook. It almost never gets hung up on anything, and makes it really nice. Not many baits can do that. And the 1/8 ounce, even with the 2 trebles on it, it's very resistant to getting hung up. There's one right there. A little bit better one. I wasn't catching them on the Glow Z Viber, but I've had really good luck on the pink one for catching some giants, so we're going to give this one a shot. 1/8 ounce. Pink's always been traditionally a good color for crappie fishing for some reason. They like the pink. There we go. All right, we'll get this guy back. Another way I like to fish the 1/8 ounce Z Viber is, it's besides vertical jigging, is I'll just flip it out. You know, my spot is pretty much right down here beneath me, and I'm going to let it sink, and I'm going to slowly work it over the structure here. In this case, it's a tree, and this works pretty good. I'll let it sink, do a lift, let it sink, do a lift, let it sink again. You just keep repeating that. You got to be careful when you're doing it over trees though, because it does get hung up sometimes. This technique works really well fishing ledge, deep ledge, rocks out in the middle of the lake, or over this tree right here. Here's a decent one. Go get the net. Yeah, it's besides vertical jigging, the casting out and letting it sink technique works really well. A lot of times you could be vertical jigging a spot and the fish, they get used to that presentation. They see the lure just sitting there, they've already looked at it, and they've decided they don't like it. It's good to change it up. So you cast it out, and you know, you let it sink and you give it a rip, you let it sink, give it another rip, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna go for something a little bit different. Had a really good time on the lake today, caught a ton of crappie on the Eurotackle products, 16th ounce Z Viber, 8th ounce Z Viber, and I got all my fish today on 6-7 foot rods with a fast action, ultralights, using 6-pound test. And if you want to get some of these Z Vibers, which I highly recommend, I would head over to TackleSupplyDepot.com and grab some. These things are hot.